Good evening. As you come in, I will be putting in the title. Yes, today's title, as you can see, it says tips for a healthy co-parenting start. Let me get on Facebook. Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, Instagram. It is tonight. The topic is today is day 8 of 15, and the topic is I'm going to give you 2 tips. So it's tips for a healthy co-parenting start. Let me see if I can edit this at all. Okay. So again, you know that I am doing 15 days of going live. This is day 8. Tips of a healthy co-parenting start. And where do I begin? My name is Jamie Newton Knight. I am your blended family strategist, your cooperative co-parenting specialist. And I help women who feel overwhelmed by the drama and lack of boundaries and are ready for a shift, move past the pain, and co-parent in a positive way. Now, again, as you can see, the title is Tips for a Healthy Co-Parenting Start. There are a lot of tips that I could give you, but tonight I'm just going to give you 2. So I'm going to start with 2 tips, and I think these tips are extremely important because they are part of the beginning. So tip number 1 is the introduction is important. So with this particular introduction, which is to the children, how you introducing your children to the new person that you're dating, the most important part of it is how you introduce them, which is the most important part. So children are impressionable, right? Not only that, they are the person that's between you and your ex. So you don't ever want them to feel like they're being caught in the middle of a situation. So, how you go about incorporating them into your new relationship is going to be important. It's going to be important to feel out your child and not be selfish, like, oh, I'm doing it because I feel like. So there have been several different types of situations that I've seen occur, and not only seen occur, but I've noticed and experienced myself. So there's the situation where the co-parent rushes into introducing the child to their new boyfriend or girlfriend because their partner is like, when am I going to meet your kids? When am I going to meet your kids? When am I going to meet your kids? And so they rush into introducing the children to the new partner, which isn't the best way. It's all about timing. It's all about, and you have to find, I can't tell you 3 months or 2 months or 5 months. You have to know who you are as an individual, and you have to know whether the situation that you're in, you're taking it seriously to the point where it's like, I know that after being with a person for X amount of time, that it's serious, and then I'll introduce them to my kids. Like for myself, that's what it is. I know that if me and this person are dealing with each other exclusively for X amount of time, then I would introduce them to my children. But if it was just somebody that I would go out with, there is no point for an introduction. Not as a friend, not as a nothing. There's no point. So you make sure that the how, when it comes to the kids, you make sure the how is covered. So how you do it is extremely important. You don't want to rush it because somebody else is pushing you to rush it. and you don't want to have a really good relationship, things are moving along, and then you prolong it because, past hurt. And then here it is, the relationship spins out of control or moves faster, and then here you are rushing your children, like, oh, by the way, mom's been dating so-and-so for a year, or dad's been dating so-and-so for a year. You don't want to do it like that. So again, how you introduce your new boyfriend or girlfriend to your children is important. How is important. Now, the second tip is, it's important not to omit this introduction. It's important not to omit this introduction. And what introduction do you think that is? To the person that you're co-parenting with, clearly. So oftentimes people feel like, I don't have to introduce you to the person that I'm with. I don't have to introduce you to this person that I'm dating because you're just the mother of my child, or you're just the father of my child. You don't need to know who I'm dating. But reality is, if you intend to have this person around their child, I think it's extremely important to at least, you know each other, right? So you know how responsible your co-parent is, and you know whether that person will take your child around a person too soon or not. Like, you know the person you've been dating. You know your co-parent. No, so because you know that, you have to trust the way that they do it, right? Now, if it's that they decided that they're not introducing I'm sorry for blundering my words. If they decide not to introduce their new girlfriend or boyfriend to their ex, which is their co-parent, because of spiteful silliness, then that's wrong. This introduction is important. It's important not to omit the parent. I've seen a lot of times situations occur where the ex doesn't know that there's a new person around, right? The kids are told not to say anything. Don't tell mommy or don't tell daddy that mommy has a boyfriend. Don't tell or don't tell mom that dad has a girlfriend. So the kid, of course, now is forced to lie, forced to keep secrets from one parent, because you don't want to be honest and truthful and just say, listen, I'm dating somebody. Some people will say it's because my co-parent is crazy. My co-parent is hostile. They never want me to be with anybody. They will sabotage my relationship. The fact that you do not omit this is important. It's important because oftentimes when you have these, for instance, we see it all the time on Love and Hip Hop. So Love and Hip Hop has that situation with Moniece and Little Fizz. And so oftentimes he starts abruptly dating someone, having this new girl around their child, and then when she goes, ham on him, he's looking, going, see, I told y'all she's crazy. Look at how she's acting. Look at how she's behaving. She's jealous. And the reality is, all she wanted was a little bit of respect for you to say, this is who I'm dating. This person's going to be around my child. And that's it. And it likely would not have gone so haywire and gone left. And I'm not saying that is the case in all cases, because you do have sometimes women and men who will try to sabotage your relationship because of the fact that they know that you are now dating someone else. That is true. However, it's important not to omit that introduction. I've also seen it where the parent knows nothing about this new individual, and all of a sudden the child comes home and says, guess what? Daddy's getting married, or guess what? Mommy's getting married. And the co-parent is like, married to who? I didn't even know who your mother was dating. I didn't know your dad was dating. Now, that's sticky because now this person that you're marrying into a relationship with, your co-parent has no idea who they are, never met them, don't know anything about them. They don't know they don't know your new person, and your new person doesn't know them. How respectful is that? If you have a very distant relationship from your co-parent, y'all don't communicate, whatever, then maybe this doesn't apply to you. But if you are co-parenting, I have weekdays, you have weekends. I have weekday every 2 weeks out of the month, you have 2 weeks out of the month. I have a month, you have a month. I have school days, you have summer, whatever. If you are co-parenting, then it's important not to omit that introduction. There will be no excuses. Okay? So, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Also, share. Please share. Share this information with people you may know that might need it. Share with people that you know are in blended families. Share, just because sharing is caring. Right? Thank you again. So yeah, those are the 2 tips. The 2 tips again, and I'm not staying on long tonight. I always say that, and then I go over 15 minutes. Not tonight. So the tips are: 1, the introduction is important. This introduction is important. So not just the introduction itself, but how you introduce your child to your new boyfriend or girlfriend is important. 2, it's important not to omit this introduction. The introduction of your ex is important. You may not think that it's important, but it's important. And you will see that if you do it in a mature way and ahead of time, and not try to be sneaky, that the experience of co-parenting, it runs a little bit differently. It runs a little bit smoother when you're like, hey, this is this is the person I'm dating. And it doesn't have to be right away. Again, it's just like with the kids. When you know that it's something serious and the person's going to be around for a while, and you're going to introduce them to your child, then that's when it's important, so that your child doesn't have to be caught in between or feeling the need to lie to cover you up, to cover up for you, right? So that is all I have for you tonight. The 2 tips on a healthy co-parenting start. You want to start this thing off right? If you want to start this thing off right, then you got to start off knowing that how you introduce, just like when you meet somebody for yourself, you don't, I'm sorry for all the buzzing on Instagram. When you meet somebody yourself, you know that your presentation and how you introduce yourself is going to be what attracts the person to you, and that's the most important thing, because most of the time people judge us based on our first interaction with them, which is true. So then you know that the introduction is important, because how you just met this person, hello, my name is Jamie, whatever, then that's exactly, it's equally as important when you have a family, a blended family. So don't forget the 2 tips. I'm not going to go over them again. Again, I want you to thank you for tuning in. I want you to share. And there are definitely ways for you to continue communicating with me. You can either, if you are on Instagram, you can sign up for the Cocoa Blend Bootcamp, which will be taking place on February 8th, which is a boot camp filled with tough love and information on getting you from not even acknowledging that you have that you feel a certain way about your situation, to moving you all the way to the end where you're going to feel like you can start to co-parent in a positive way. Or you can get a free blended brainstorming session with me. It's a free call where we sit and get some clarity on what the real issue is, and I give you tips on moving forward. Or you can simply sign up for my email list and updates. The link for that is in the bio on Instagram. Facebook, for all my Facebookers, the way that you can stay connected is you can join my Cocoa Blend group. So I have a group on here called the Cocoa Blend. It's called Cooperative Co-Parenting Blend. The Cocoa Blend. And then you'll see Cooperative Co-Parenting Blend. If you are interested in joining the group, it's on Facebook. Look for it and click to join. Or you can also sign up for the Cocoa Blend Bootcamp, which I just explained what that was. So you can sign up for that. The link will be below. You can sign up for a free blended brainstorming session. That link will be below. Or you can also sign up for my email list and updates, which the link for that will be below. So I think that's it. I hope you guys had an amazing evening. I hope you guys liked the information that I shared. I hope you don't forget it, that it's etched in your head, especially if you are a co-parent and you are dating or thinking about dating and haven't yet. The introduction is important, and it's important not to omit that second introduction. So thank you guys for tuning in. Share. Have an amazing evening. Meet me here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, same bat time, same bat station, where I will be doing day 9 of 15. And I'll see you there. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.